Hello everyone, welcome to Exergic, and I have Abhishek with me who is coming from Udupi, and he belongs to Udupi and living in Udupi also, and he has got a great rank in GATE 2021. He passed out in 2019. He was not knowing about GATE in college. This was his second attempt, and he is a full course student of Exergic video course, study material, question bank, every course he took of Exergic. And let's know about him. How did he prepare? What tips would he like to give to you? A lot of interesting things you are going to hear from his journey, from his story. So first of all, congratulations Abhishek for your great success. And tell about your attempts. That was it your first one, or how did you?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Sir, it is my second attempt, sir, actually.
Okay.
So, when I was in the final year, I was not aware of GATE. In the sense, I haven't registered for GATE itself.
All right.
So, I was dreaming about some of the dream companies, but they haven't came for the campus interview at that year.
Okay.
So, in the month of June, I took a decision of giving GATE.
Okay.
So I started my preparation with some postal coaching materials. So I completed the syllabus, did a lot of practice, and gave GATE 2020. I scored 70.48 marks with AR 789, sir.
789.
789, sir, actually. But at that point of time, what happened is that within the 70.48 marks, I have got almost nearly like 4.5 negative marking.
Okay.
Which means definitely there will be some 12 to 14 marks of silly mistakes will be there.
Right.
So while preparing for GATE 2020, one interesting thing happened, sir. I think it is the most important thing that happened to my life, sir, actually.
Okay.
So in the month of September, I came to know about Exergic, sir, actually.
Okay.
I was searching for some of the online test series, not for the courses.
All right.
So on that day, I think Nishant sir mailed me, sir, actually.
Okay.
He told me about the various courses that are available in the Exergic.
Okay.
But I thought like anyway I have completed the entire syllabus, then what is the point in going for it again?
Right.
So I just took the Exergic test series. It was of top quality, sir.
Okay.
I gave I think almost every test series, sir.
Okay.
So then I gave GATE and result as I said
2020.
sir.
Okay.
And the result as I said I got AR 789.
Okay.
After the result, Nishan sir mailed me another mail actually.
Okay.
Regarding a student named Amay Jangam.
Amaya Jangam.
Actually.
All India rank 112.
112, sir, actually.
Right.
The interesting thing about him is that he took the course in the month of September.
Right.
He started his preparation from September only.
Yes, he took video course.
Yes, sir. He completed only 50% of the study material.
Right.
So he got AR 1 and 2.
Right.
Now I came to know that I have missed a really great thing in my life.
Right.
So without any second thought, before even the release of the response sheet, I enrolled for Exergic because I know that with 789 and an unresolved category, I cannot do anything much with that.
Right.
So I took the Exergic course in
Before response sheet of
yes, sir.
2020.
February 18. I have enrolled for Exergic,
Okay.
and I started my preparation from that day itself.
All right.
So I started with fluid mechanics.
Okay.
So after completing that, I think every single concepts were clear for me, sir.
Great.
So in order to check that, I went for some online test series that was available at that month, in the month of February.
Okay.
I took a subject test, and out of 50, I think I scored 48 marks, sir.
Great.
So it's not about the marks, but actually while I was writing the test, my mind was very clear, sir. So when I read a question, I was very sure about the attempt, I was very sure about the concept actually. So that gave me a real confidence, sir, and then I started with every video courses.
Okay.
I completed every videos.
Right.
So my concept became very clear. I completed the video course in the month of May, sir, actually.
Okay. By May you
Completed the video course actually.
Okay.
Giving 9 hours a day. Actually,
All right.
at that time I was not working actually.
All right. So you were not working. You had time.
Yes, sir.
You dedicated complete
hours
time
for
to watching video
courses.
course completed by May.
Subject by subject, sir.
Subject
actually.
by subject. You went ahead.
I made I kept a separate book for that.
Okay.
As you told, one book for numerical and one book for the video courses.
Learnings from
Yes,
notes basically.
So I made a short notes as you explained in many videos.
Right.
So I usually I revise that notes in the morning session itself, sir. Half an hour to 45 minutes every day.
Every day.
Yeah. So how much is possible, that much I was revising from every single subject.
Okay.
So my entire video course is completed in the month of May.
May, as you told.
So as lockdown effects were happening on everyone's life at that point of time, I thought of doing some part-time job and enroll for some online tutoring job and all.
All right.
So now I divided the time for preparation
So
and
you were teaching also online,
yes,
and
yes.
then you were studying also.
Studying also,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
So in the month of June and July, I completed the study material, sir. That question bank, question bank,
Study material or question bank.
question bank, sir.
All right. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
All right.
I completed the question bank with 2 months with revisions, sir. Actually,
All right.
I had completed every syllabus. So I revised fluid mechanics on one day and completed the question bank of that particular subject.
Okay. Okay.
So one important thing about the study material is that, sir, no questions are repeated. In a sense, if I'm talking about the fluid statics, so every single capillary pair. So if I'm talking about the capillary, there will be questions relating to the varieties of that one.
Right. Right.
If I'm like that only, so everything it was like a second revision for me, sir. Actually,
All right. So you use the study material
Yes,
as a
sir,
second revision tool.
yes, sir. Actually,
Okay. Okay. While watching videos, you did not parallelly manage it.
managed it.
Okay. Okay. Please go.
So I revised one subject, gave the study material question bank.
Okay.
So it was like 2 revisions for me.
Okay. Okay.
After that, I summarized everything. So it's like a 3 revisions for me in 2 months.
All right.
Yes,
all
sir.
right. So you completed this by
July, sir. Actually.
July. All right. Okay. After
So
that.
then then because of the lockdown and this job and all, some fluctuations happened in the month of August, September.
Okay.
But I remembered what Rahul sir told me, sir. After enrolling for the course, Rahul sir called me and he asked me about my GATE 2020 rank. I told him I scored this much of marks and all. He asked me, Abhishek, you will be able to give 5 hours a day or not? At that time, as I'm not working, I told him that, sir, I'm able to give 9 or 10 or more than that hours. He told me that, no, not at all. That much of time is required for exergic student. Only 5 hours per day is sufficient. And he ensured me that definitely you are going to get a rank below 100 for sure. So in the month of August, September, I gave 5 hours only, not much than that,
Right.
not more than that. And then in the month of October, November, December and January, I gave 9 to 10 hours for preparations.
Okay.
I gave the test series of exergic
Okay.
with the regular revision, sir, actually.
Okay, okay.
So after some 15-20 days, I was doing a mega revision. In the sense, taking a week and completing every subject. In the sense,
Okay.
from everything, my numerical notes and my video material notes.
Material. Everything.
Everything I was revising actually.
Okay.
So and then I was visualizing those things and making a proper summary about those things.
All right.
So at the end of the video, I will share you about the revision strategy that I use.
Definitely we'll
Yes,
talk
sir.
about it. Yes.
So and what happened is that when I started to give the full length test series, so in the first 2 test series, actually exergic, maybe intentionally they have made it very difficult.
First
actually.
2 tests were
Very difficult.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I scored very low marks, but I was knowing that exergic is doing it for a reason.
Right.
So I gave the test again. Actually, I gave two attempts for those 2 tests.
Right.
And in the third test was actually a moderate level.
Moderate test. Initial 2 we kept.
Yes, sir.
difficult.
Yes, sir. In that test, I scored 72 marks. But I was not happy, sir, because for the GATE 2020 preparation also, I was getting around 70, 60 like that only a 4 to 5 marks difference. So I got 72 marks in the full length test series 3, sir, actually.
Okay.
I was not happy about that because while giving full length mock test of exergic for GATE 2020 also, I was getting 68 like that only. So only 4 to 5 marks increase was there. But the actual reason was like, it was my first proper full length test.
Right.
So it will usually happen.
It will usually happen. Initially,
actually. Yes,
don't score good marks.
Yes, sir.
Don't expect good marks in
Yes, sir.
test series. Right.
So I was quite depressed. So what I will do when I was depressed was I used to solve more number of questions, sir, actually.
Acha.
Yeah. So what I did was I left everything and assigned the next 15 days for exergic's question bank again. I solved the question bank again
But
from
you
the
had
beginning.
solved it already.
Already in the
So
month
again
of July, actually.
Okay, so again you started
Yes, sir.
solving.
Started
just
solving.
to practice
Practice
more
more.
question and get into the mode
But
of.
I practiced every question, sir, actually. I didn't skip any question.
All right.
I gave almost 15 days for it and completed
Every
it.
question.
I completed it again.
Okay.
And on December 18th, I think, GATE exergic का gear up 1 आया था.
Gear up 1 आया था तब,
Yes,
right.
sir. So I gave gear up 1 without any proper strategy. Means I used the strategy that I used to follow for the GATE 2020.
Okay.
I got AR 3 in that test series actually.
Great,
So it boosted the confidence. Now my idea is to make a proper strategy for the exam, main exam actually.
Right.
So
You got a confidence that yes, I have
Yes.
done things right.
Yes,
now
sir.
I just need to make the right strategy.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay.
So I started giving the full length mock test like alternate days or something like 2 to 3 days in a stretch and then taking a break for revision like that.
Right.
So usually like I was revising every day and giving the mock test and then analyzing the test, like giving it 2 to 3 hours for analyzing the full length mock test.
Okay.
And then I will go with the previous year questions at the night along with the workings.
Okay.
So after that, I have made a proper strategy for the final GATE exam and gave GATE Gear Up 2 actually.
2.
Yeah.
2 you wrote with proper strategy.
Proper strategy.
Okay.
But the time management was not included there, sir.
All
Actually.
right.
So what happened was I was not very confident after giving the GATE Gear Up 2.
All right.
So, but still I got AR 11, but I didn't have that much of confidence, and I did some very silly mistakes.
Okay.
So then I made a decision about improving my timings. So I slightly modified the strategy and gave Gear Up 3. Gear Up 3. I got AR 1 in that, sir.
Great.
So then I used the same strategy for the GATE 2021.
All right. So if I summarize, in the Exergic Gear Up 1, you were not prepared.
Yes.
I mean, prepared, but didn't make a strategy.
Yes, sir.
In second, you made a strategy but forgot about
Time management.
And third, you made a strategy of time management also.
Yes, sir.
And that was your final strategy that you used.
Yes,
GATE.
sir.
Okay.
So one important thing about GATE is that 3 hours will decide everything, sir.
Exactly.
So our mind should be calm for an entire 3 hours of duration. So what will happen for the usual aspirant is that they can keep their calmness of the mind for 2 hours only, sir. After that, they will make some blunders
Last
in
hour
the exam. Yes, sir.
can make a difference.
But this time what happened is in GATE 2020, sir, almost like within 1.5 hours, I solved like 70 marks.
Okay.
With some mark for review questions. But this time what happened is that in GATE set 1, sir, actually, it was a bit lengthy.
Right.
So I was able to score only 54 marks in 2 hours.
Okay.
With some 10 to 12 marks of mark for review questions were there.
Okay.
So I know that I need to keep my mind calm for the next 1 hour.
Almost 50% is
Remaining.
remaining.
So I went in a calm mode, completed everything. It was like last 1 minute was remaining. I was left with only 1 mark question.
Okay.
I solved that. I came back. That's it, sir.
It was a thrilling experience.
Yes, sir. But I kept my mind calm for the...
Right, very important.
Yes, sir. It is only because of that I had some clarity about the concept, sir. That is it, sir.
Right. Okay. So as you told that you watched the Exergic video lecture and completed that in 2 to 3 months, and that too from Feb to May,
Yes.
right? So approximately 8 to 9 hours videos you watched every day.
Yes.
So I'm sure there is a lot to understand and make notes in those from those lectures. So how did you plan that? How did you made notes while watching the Exergic online lectures?
Yes, sir. While watching the videos, I was making a note of key concept, means key terms in my rough notes, sir, actually.
All right.
So then I used to visualize what you told in the video lectures, and I need to make a notes on my own. Brief notes, as you told in some other videos.
So as you were, I'm asking it for more clarity. You are watching videos.
Yes, sir.
And you are making rough notes from that videos.
Only key points.
Only
sir.
key points,
Yes,
not
sir.
everything.
Not everything.
Okay.
Then I'm revising the concept, revising what you told in the videos through those key points, sir.
After completing the video, then you referred your rough notes that this was taught to me.
Yes, sir. So then I used to make notes on my own.
And after that you made notes from those rough, you make it more fair and clear, and
Yes,
then made final notes.
Then I fast forwarded the video.
All
and
right. So 2 times you watched, but second time it was just skipping and moving fast
to make sure that I didn't miss anything.
Okay, great. That's another strategy to make notes.
Yes,
all
sir.
right.
So, but the another strategy that if I have to say for the future as aspirants, sir, so it is better, means if you are going for GATE, then it is better that you enroll for Exergic in the beginning itself. So what is the point in waiting for some month of time?
Right.
And as it is an online course, you can take it anywhere. And that is any time.
The thing that you told, that you watched it in 3 months, completed everything.
Sir, actually.
This is possible only in limited sources.
Yes,
right.
So what I would suggest is that don't go for buying the study material at a later stage.
Okay.
So if you are preparing for GATE, anyway 1 year validity will be there.
Right.
So then what is the point in waiting for it?
Exactly.
So you buy everything at one point of time
Appropriate
only. It is not about the discount, sir, actually.
Right,
It is about like managing the preparation.
Exactly.
Because, sir, if I complete, let me say, fluid mechanics videos, and if I go for the question bank of that fluid mechanics videos, so then my concepts will be clear, and my revision will also happen there itself.
More number of
Yes,
times.
sir. So then I will be having time to revise that in later months also.
Right,
Like as I told you before, I solved the question bank 2 times.
Right. So this is possible
yes,
only
sir.
because you enroll at the right time.
Right time, sir,
You
actually.
did not wait even for response key.
Yes, sir.
response key. You
Yes,
just
sir.
enrolled,
Yes, sir.
you completed, and then you revise multiple times, solve question bank 2
Yes,
times,
sir,
solve test series.
Yes.
So obviously that's something that's a wise decision
Yes, sir.
in terms of time management overall.
Yes, sir.
Right. So as we know that silly mistakes are a big enemy of
Yes, sir.
GATE aspirants. So how did you manage, silly mistakes, kept them in control?
Yes, sir. As I told you before that I have lost, I think, almost 14 to 16 marks in GATE 2020. I know that this is one of the important issues I need to address. So one way to improve the marks is to increase the attempt, and that will happen through the clarity of the concepts.
Right.
Other thing is to reduce the silly mistakes.
Obviously.
So it is, I think, almost every aspirants face this in test series as well. So what I went for is that top right corner strategy, as you told in your videos. Yes. So I used to make important points mentioned in the question in the top right corner. Sometimes it's like, for an example, if something like power is asked in horsepower, so I used to mention that top right corner, or something like neglect friction, or like two frictions are given for two different surfaces.
Exactly.
So those things I need to mention in the top right corner using some keywords only, not writing everything.
Not writing everything. Obviously, right.
So another important point about GATE is that, sir, for almost 90 to 95% of the question, there wouldn't be any redundant data given for any question. So if you are using every data with clear concept, means definitely you are going to get the right answer.
Right.
So I used to write given data, and after substituting that in the formula, I used to tick those data, sir, actually. Whether I have used everything or not. Like sometimes in the figure they will give GS 10 meter per second square, and sometimes in the question they will give 9.8.
9.8.
Yeah, those are all the important things. So then after entering to the virtual calculator, I will just check, okay, I have entered everything, and I will give the answer after looking into the top right corner, sir.
Okay.
That reduced the mistakes to a very great extent,
Very
sir.
great extent,
Yes, sir.
right.
Yes,
Because
sir.
question has given you a direction. You
Yes,
have to
sir.
follow that direction.
Yes, sir. I like the one point you told before GATE 2021, sir. Questions are there for you to
helping you to get the right direction.
Right direction or right answer, sir.
Right, exactly. It's a mindset you need to improve.
Yes,
right,
sir.
that's important.
Yes, sir.
Okay, talking about revision.
Yes, sir.
Because you completed the syllabus earlier. So, what was your revision strategy?
Actually, sir, every GATE aspirants hates revision, sir, actually.
Obviously.
And as I am a second time aspirant, I usually hated that revision section, sir, because I used to make the most out of the time that I sit in front of the table, sir, actually. I like to solve more number of questions, sir.
Okay.
So this revision is taking a large part of time from my studies. So what I thought is that in everyone's life, sir, actually, so there will be lot of unproductive hours.
Right.
If I have to say, like while taking bath or while traveling to somewhere. So if you just think about it, in 24 hours, if we sleep for like 7 or 6 to 7 hours also, we will hardly manage to work for only 9 to 10 hours only.
Exactly.
So it is possible that we can use
Those
at least,
unproductive
yes, sir,
hours.
at least some 1 to 2 hours of unproductive work.
10, 15, 20 minutes.
Yes, sir, that is
Combine them,
sufficient,
that's
sir,
1 to
actually.
2
Yes,
hours
sir.
of time, right?
So what I made is that I divided those unproductive hours in like 15, 20 and 30 minutes, like that only.
Okay.
So what I thought is that anyway, my body will be working, but mind will be free. And if I am revising something without a notes, so then definitely I will be carrying that for longer time.
Exactly.
So in the morning itself, I used to write on the board, sir, what are all the topics to revise.
Okay.
So like from heat transfer, conduction, and then not everything from the single subject, sir. So then fluid mechanics, so fluid
All right,
statics.
all right,
Yes, sir.
all
So
right.
then
That's unique strategy.
Yes, sir.
It's honestly
Yes,
first
sir.
time that I'm hearing such a revision strategy.
Sir, actually I divided the subjects, sir. Actually,
Okay.
heat transfer, SOM and thermal sciences,
Okay.
and then fluid mechanics, material science and theory of machines,
Okay.
manufacturing production, machine design, and then IM and OR,
Okay.
and then EM, engineering mechanics and aptitude, sir.
All right.
So I used to take one subject from every 4 groups that I created.
All right.
So then I used to assign the time, because if I have to revise casting, definitely I need some more time. So I will assign that 30 minutes unproductive time for that. And from
Okay.
yes, sir. If it is a transient heat conduction, I know that much of time is not required.
Right.
So I assign some 15 minutes of unproductive hours.
All right. So this subjects you and topics you assign to that today while doing these and unproductive things.
Yes, sir.
I will be revising these topics, these
Yes, sir.
subjects. That's very interesting.
So then I will give like 30 to 45 minutes of my table hours, means the
When you are properly sitting.
sitting and referring to my notes, sir, actually.
Okay,
The notes that I prepared.
Okay.
And just surfing through the notes whether I missed anything or not.
All right.
So this will give us a feeling that we are not spending a lot of time for something we feel as unproductive, but that is not unproductive.
Right.
Revision is an important part of
Important part, but slightly boring part.
Boring part also.
So you made that interesting.
Yes, sir.
And you reduced the productive hours, means you used the productive hours mainly for question solving and completing the concepts.
Yes,
Revision you did in these unproductive hours
Unproductive
mainly.
hours,
So that's a very interesting thing that you can learn from his experience.
Yes, sir.
Now coming to the final part of this discussion, that during this journey of 2 attempts, who motivated you, inspired you, and someone who was a guiding light other than Exergic and me, who were such people?
Sir, I want to thank 4 people here, sir, actually. The first one is Dr. Dinakar, sir, from my hometown itself.
Okay.
Another one is CMD of Lifeline Fleet, sir, Kishore Hegde, sir.
Okay.
And then Yakshagana Kalaranga Udupi, it's an organization. And then the Foundation for Excellence India, sir. They helped me a lot for my education, sir.
Okay.
So I'm really grateful for everyone.
Okay. So Abhishek has some personal life story also, where these 3-4 people played a very important factor in his life. So he's just thanking them through our medium. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. So I'm sure that your overall journey is going to inspire many students, and I wish you all the best for your future prospects, and I wish you more success in life.
Thank you, sir.
All right.